Hold on, let me think for a second because I don't want to say any of my bad stuff.
Literally can't think at all. We're starting now. There is no time to think.
Oh, because
we've already begun.
What, really?
Literally, when you said, let me think for a moment now,
no.
That's where we started. Hello, welcome to Quack&Co, the board game channel where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed, and today is Monday Musings, where we talk about stuff. We talk about things in our industry, we talk about things that are on my mind, and right now, sitting in front of freaking Nemesis Retaliation, another what I would argue to be lifestyle game, I'm sitting next to one of my best friends for a long time, well before Quackalope ever existed, who has, over the past year, become obsessed with his own lifestyle game. So let me set up the premise of the conversation, and then I'm gonna let you take the wheel, okay? Right. The concept of a lifestyle game is a game where you spend anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on it. Okay. You have upgrades. You obsess over it, and it's so big, you can really only justify playing or having one of them at a time.
Yeah, okay.
A lifestyle game takes up space, takes up mind, occupies your existence as a hobbyist.
Okay, yeah.
For me, it's Kingdom Death.
Oh, yeah, big time.
For Shira, it also is arguably Kingdom Death.
Yeah, for sure.
But we've been really struggling with this, because we have a lot of board games. And we have a lot of board games that qualify as lifestyle board games, right? All these campaign games, all these big box games, every single CMON game.
Yeah.
And so,
I'm
I'm arguing on behalf of having one lifestyle game and one backup lifestyle game. You can have a maximum of 2 in your collection.
Oh.
Everything else should go. So to give us more context, because we are on a journey, Shira and I will be doing a video down the road talking about how we're limiting and cutting out all the lifestyle games we're never playing. We'll have a massive sale coming at some point. But to get more information on that, I'm going to back off a little bit.
Down, psycho.
I'm going to back I'm going to back off a little bit. And I'd love to hear you talk about discovering your lifestyle game.
Okay.
And what you think about that category that I've just outlined, right? The idea of a lifestyle game as opposed to just a regular board game.
Oh, okay. I could totally talk about that. Yeah, I love that idea. If that game continues to... so the reason I like this one
We haven't told them what your game is, by the way.
Oh, it's Massive Darkness 2. Which, I never played the original. I heard a lot of people didn't like it. I didn't really care. Like, I heard someone talking about Part 2, and I was just like, that sounds like the kind of game that I would like. So I snagged it, and I started playing the Hellscape, and then I was like, oh no, I want the expansion, and I want the campaign version. And I've played through... pretty much every single scenario, every quest. I played all the online web quests and like the bonus, and then I started making my own, and I went deep, and I like it because it's you can modify it, and it kind of screams play with me, like make your own quests with it, and I love that. It's almost Dungeons and Dragons, but just not as complicated. So there's a simple set of rules that you can go by, but you can also just make your own little things. It has almost too many minis as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. I've actually reduced it. I've figured out a method.
It's a standard CMON thing.
Oh, is it really? Okay, I didn't know that. But I've figured out a method to get rid of all the minions and only use the leaders. But I really like it. It's just simple, but at the same time it can be, depending on how you set up the quest, it can be complicated and it's a little bit too chaotic for me. I wish there was a little bit more strategy. What I do love is that every single hero character almost has their own little mini game, right? Like everybody plays different. Like if I played as a rogue, and then you decided you wanted to be a paladin, you couldn't ask me how to play your guy. If I had never played your guy, I would have no idea how to play your guy. Your guy plays completely different than mine, and I like that. I like that it's
the asymmetric puzzles. When we first played it on TTS, I thought that was such a cool way to run an RPG style system.
I love it.
So you have a lifestyle game. It's something I never thought you'd have. Right? You have inserts, you have models, you're going to do painting. Here's the thing. Do you think, in the category of lifestyle games, do you have room in your life for more board game? For more lifestyle games? Because my argument is, you really can only have one lifestyle game.
Here's the thing.
Do you think that's accurate?
No. Here's the thing, man. I'm a hardcore gamer. Like, a lot of people don't know that about me. Like, I'm seriously a hardcore gamer. If you saw my Steam library, you'd be like, what is wrong with you? And I've got thousands and tens of thousands of hours.
Yeah.
I go all the way back to Atari 2600, back when games were pretty much board games, even though they were video games. I was just telling you about one called Nectaris and like Super Famicom Wars and stuff like that, which is now Advance Wars on Nintendo. But I would play those all the time. So, no, I have tons of games in my life that I play that way. I guess I never realized that board games had started to kind of like encroach on that space instead of just being simple board games, that they had become something. I played BattleTech, so I knew that it had gone that far.
Do you think you could be as invested in another title alongside this one at the same time, though?
Easily.
At the same time?
Oh, at the same time?
That's the crux.
No.
That's the crux of the argument.
No, I don't think
Because a lot of people in the hobby, just like your Steam library, I'm sure.
Yeah.
On Steam, I have a dozen games I'd love to play. All of them might take 60 hours to play through. But they don't take up space the same way board games do. They don't cost money the same way board games do, right? You're not putting $1,000 into that. A lot of hobbyists in our industry, myself included, we have 50 or 20 or 10 games that are lifestyle size games that we cannot justify owning. Because they're for a future promise. They're a future idea of something you might get to.
Right.
But it's 100 hours of gameplay, and it's $1,000 of cost. You got 10 games in your house that you're going to spend $1,000 on?
No.
That's irresponsible.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do it, and you'll never get to them. Because there's more coming out all the time.
But like one or two I can see. Because I do that. Like,
Two is my argument.
I have a video game, a Mech Warrior video game, that then they added a VR. So I have a VR headset, and I've got the stick and the throttle, and like, oh yeah, I've bought all the expansions. I'll dump all my money into it.
Yeah.
And I have to like take it off my computer because it's so addictive. And I feel like Massive Darkness is starting to kind of encroach on that area for me.
How long have you been involved in Massive Darkness at this moment? How long have you been obsessed with it?
Oh gosh, not even 3 months, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
3 or 4 months.
Are you how long do you think you will maintain that obsession versus looking for another game to fill the gap?
Well, I think I was talking to you earlier that there's a type of gameplay that I really wish I could find. And Massive Darkness is so close, but it kind of does the same thing a lot of dungeon crawlers do, which is it's just go in and fight and roll dice and hope.
Yeah.
But there's no strategy. And so I'm building a campaign with strategy, but I kind of wish there was a game already that did that.
We're going to be doing another video where you describe the game you wish existed.
Oh, that I wish existed?
And we'll have them leave comments, because there might be games out there that I'm not aware of that fit your... So we're going to talk about replacing your lifestyle game.
Okay.
So,
I love that.
There you go. That's the conversation for today. That's the Monday musings, right? Like, it's so cool to have a friend that has never really clicked with board gaming in the way that you have recently, and watching you have this giant explosion of like love and obsession and creativity around a hobby space that I've been in for a long time is cool. And at the same time, it just reaffirms how irresponsible it is to own anything more than your one lifestyle game and your one backup. It's all we can justify. It's too much.
It is a lot of money,
It's too much.
It is kind of
not
irresponsible.
even money, space.
Yeah, space, time.